Bruce Teja, T-E-J-A. I was a machinist mate petty officer. My dad was in the Navy, and I had a lot of cousins, uncles that were in the Navy, and everybody kept telling me, you know, you got good food, clean bed, you don't have to sleep in the mud, you don't have to get shot at. And my brother was already in, and I tried to get on his ship, and you know, they said no. So, but they gave me the same home port, Norfolk, Virginia. They told you not to bring anything. And you know, we took, like I say, we took the bus from Toms River to Newark, and then from Newark we went to Newark Airport and flew out to O'Hara, took a bus over to Great Lakes, and we got there at 2 o'clock in the morning. I remember going into Great Lakes. We got there at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they put us into these barracks, and these old, I guess they were from World War II barracks, and they were, you know, it smelled like mothballs. You know, everything, all your uniforms that they issued you, everything stunk of mothballs, you know. But that's, you know, and then, you know, you see it on TV all the time. You put a jacket on that's a little big, he says, you'll get into it, you'll fit into it. And I think the first thing they did was they shaved our heads. And that was interesting. It was different, that's for sure, you know. I can remember going to the federal building up in Newark when I enlisted, and we went through the physical, and they all sat us in a room, and it had I believe it was a Marine officer. He came down the line and he pointed, you know, Navy, Marine, Navy, Marines. And he got by me, and I was hoping he'd say Navy, but it worked out. But people don't realize that the Marines are actually part of the Navy. I enlisted, and I was in boot camp 3 days, and they allowed us to call home. And my dad told me, he says, I got your draft notice here, what do you want to do with it? And I told him, I said, you know, send it to me. And they sent it to me up in Great Lakes, and I handed it to my company commander, who was his name was Bybee, G.G. Bybee was his company commander. And I handed it to him, he ripped it up, and he said, they know where you're at. Well, you got everything from pea coats, undress blue. You had two blues that were like work blues. You had your dungarees, your work jackets, naturally all your clothes, you know, shoes. You had a pair of dress shoes, and you had a pair of what they call boondockers, or boots. And they were the worst things in the world. They were so uncomfortable.